Hello, welcome to Art 1302. I'm Susan Baker, your professor. I'm going to walk you through some of the screens to help you get started with the class. You can kind of learn how to navigate it, and I'm going to show you how to navigate your book. The first thing you want to do is to come down here. You'll see that um, all the links that you need are over here to the left, and you want to click this first one, the syllabus getting started, and it takes you to this screen and read through. You're not going to be able to enter all these other links until you do this intro quiz. The intro quiz is over the syllabus and everything that's on this page. So it's just to make sure that you understand what the grading policy is and what's expected from you, etc. So it's not for credit, but it's just to make sure that you understand everything in the syllabus. You have to get a certain number of points before these links will show up for you. So you can have this open. You can take it as many times as you want. You can have this open while you have your syllabus open, and just kind of toggle back and forth. Like I said, it's not for credit or anything like that. So you come here and look at your syllabus. Let's see. It's it's right up here, and I've already pulled it up. You want to read through it. Like I said, you can have this up while you have your intro quiz up as well, and just kind of toggle back and forth until you find all the answers and that it's clear that you understand all the different components. The other thing that you're going to want to do once you've kind of read through the syllabus and have taken the quiz is come back here and get your book. So this is the link to help you to purchase the book. And if you already bought a pen at the bookstore. If that's the case, you would put that pen right here and go to the next step. If not, I think probably most of you, you'll click here to purchase. And once you click on that, it takes you to it takes you to this screen. You want to find our school. So you have to go all the way down to the University of Houston downtown. All the way down here. Let's see. There it is. And then your textbook is the art history. So you click on that. And then the next steps are you'll fill in your name and shipping information, and then they'll ask you for a credit card, etc. They'll have you set up a username and a password. And once you've done that, then when you come to this screen, you'll have that information to put in over here, and you'll log in. Now, when you log in, you come to this screen, and what you want to do is you'll see University of Houston right here, is hit that arrow. When you hit that arrow, then you enter into the book. Now, if you'll notice, there is a button over here called Units, and when you click on that, you'll see all the different chapters, all the different chapter numbers. These chapter numbers relate back to these here. So chapter 1 quizzes are here, chapter 2 quizzes are here. So when you're going through the different chapters here, you'll be going back to Blackboard eventually and taking quizzes on each of these chapters back in Blackboard. Now, to help you prepare for those quizzes, as you go through the text, you're reading along, and every once in a while, you're reading along. Every once in a while, then there'll be a little exercise. And these exercises will help you, look at this one, these exercises will help you to prepare for the quizzes that are in Blackboard. So if you answer, you can answer these as many. These are not for credit. They're just, I'm just going to see whether you did them or not. And if they're completed and you did them all, it's just like pass fail. And you'll get points for doing them all, and then points if you don't. You won't get the points if you don't do them. So you can answer them, read the question and answer them, and then view the correct answer or save and check. And that, of course, that was the incorrect one. So you can change your answer and save and check again until you get the right one. That's just simply, to help you understand the material and to prepare you for those quizzes. So like here's another one, and it says, which one of these is true. And again, you can read through and figure out which one is correct and which one isn't. And these help you identify the key ideas in the textbook. So each one of these chapters then relates back to these. So once you could open up chapter 1, and as you're going through it, you can also at the same time have this open. So this is not closed book. It's an open chapter here. It's all open book here. So you open the quiz and you begin it, and you'll look at these questions, and as you're reading along, you can see and go and take that quiz. You can just kind of toggle back and forth until you get everything. So you'll answer these questions. These ones are the ones that are for credit. And then you just save and submit down here. Or you can just save your answers. And, if you have to go somewhere and then come back and continue it, you can save it for as long as you want. But once you submit it, you can only submit it once, and then that's it. So again, as you're in your book, then you have your units here, and these units relate to these links over here. Now, I chose this book because only has the material that you need, and it has these exercises that really help you to comprehend the material. So it's better than most art history books because it actually has learning objectives, and it helps you to focus on what it is that you really need to know for the class. You should know that as the professor, I don't earn anything from you buying this book. The only reason I chose it to do it was to offer you a better online experience. I receive no royalties from your using this book. Okay, so if we go back to the quizzes here, to the blackboard, you'll also see that once in a while there's an ID quiz. So just work down this line of chapters, and then after chapter 2, it's going to ask you to take an ID quiz. And that ID quiz is based on this list up here. So you open the identification list, and you'll see all these different lists here. In the quiz, it's going to ask you, it might show you an image like this. It's going to ask you for the artist's name, and it's going to ask you for the style. The artist's name you're going to find in these files. The style is whatever folder it is. So Van Eyck's found in this Northern Renaissance folder, and so the style is called Northern Renaissance. Now there are other artists besides Van Eyck, so all the images in this PowerPoint, Campin, Van Eyck, etc., they're all called the style of Northern Renaissance. So there is a practice quiz. Now the thing about the ID quizzes is that they are closed book. So you have to commit those images to memory. One of the main goals of this class is simply to learn who's out there, who are the major artists, and that's our fundamental goal, is to kind of learn that. So that part you're going to commit to memory, and then you're going to come over here and take this quiz. Once you start a quiz, you cannot leave the screen. If you leave the screen, it's going to go ahead and submit, and it's over. So you want to make sure that you do it all in one sitting. When you take the quiz, you will see that, let me go to this practice quiz. There's a practice quiz here, so you can kind of get the hang of it before you get started here. In this practice quiz, you'll see that you only get one at a time. So you'll answer it, and then, so this is Van Eyck, and this is the Northern Renaissance. You've committed that to memory. And then you will come over to, see here, you'll come over here and save your answer. But once you save that answer, you're not going to be able to go back to this, and you won't be able to see it again. So the other way to do it is you can just do this arrow, but once you move forward, you won't be able to go back to it. So you go forward, and then the next one comes up, and this is timed, so you have 5 minutes to do 5 questions, which is plenty of time if you have it memorized. And also, you'll notice that before you even take the quiz, you will see that there is a spelling sheet here. And you can have this spelling sheet open. I would print it out, and you can have the spelling sheet with you as you do the quizzes. You can't have anything else with you, but you can have this with you as you take the quizzes. And this will help you with spelling. So if you can't quite remember how to spell Van Eyck, it's here for you. Or if you can't quite remember how to spell Renaissance, it's spelled here for you. And it's important that you choose the names as they appear here as you're taking the ID quizzes, because it's machine graded. So the machine is going to base the grading on that spelling sheet. So it's good for you to try to use that. If you make a minor spelling error, you can always email me, and I'm happy to review your quizzes for you. If you do email me, please be specific. Tell me that you're in Art 1302 and that you think you made a minor error on ID quiz, whatever, 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, and that it asked me to go if I could review it. And I'm happy to do that for you. All right, so I think those are the major things within the test. Please don't hesitate to email me. Email is probably the quickest way to get a hold of me. My information is here. So my phone number is here, but the quickest way to get a hold of me is to just throw me out an email. I check my email all the time, where it's more laborious to get into my voicemail. So if you just quickly email me, I'll get back to you right away, usually within the day, and try to address any questions that you might have. So I hope you enjoy the course, and please do let me know if you have any concerns. Good luck. Enjoy.